All right, so what's your name?
My name is Aubrey Fields.
Perfect. And can you tell us a little bit about what you built here?
Sure. So the assignment was to write a program that flashes the LED in Morse code for a given message. And so I spent some time after class and I wrote a method that is very general and can be applied very generally. And so what you can do is you can actually pass it a string of text, as opposed to just hard coding every letter. So you pass it this string of text, and you have to specify the length. Then there's a for loop for every character in that text. Mm-hmm. And what it does is it will copy that letter into a variable called char, and then call a subroutine called text to Morse. And because char is a global variable, text to Morse has access to it. And so then I just have all these if-else statements checking if char is equal to A, then do this. And so I wrote a kind of generic dot and a generic dash, and I just went through and I copied and pasted them for the correct pattern for every letter. And so there's a bunch of if-elses in here, like a lot. But then at the very end, there's also this delay for the end of the letter, because there should be some space between dots and dashes, and there should also be space between letters. So those are also those delay times are stored in variables, and they're all relative to the dot length. And so if I change the dot length, I can change the timing of the whole sequence. So anyway, once it flashes the LEDs and reaches the end, causes the letter delay, then it returns, and it'll go back up to the for loop again, and just read the next character into the char and call this subroutine again. And so you do have to specify the length of the text, but after that, it just iterates through the string of text and blinks the LED the correct number of times. So
Fantastic. And it looks like you got the message "Hello World" there.
I do.
Can we see it on the actual board?
So I gave it a 2-second. Is it still in view? I can kind of put it here. So it'll be this red LED here. I gave it a 2-second delay at the beginning of the program just so I can look at it, have enough time to look. Oh, and I have it written down here. So 4 shorts. 1 short is E. Short, long, short, short. Short, long, short, short. Long, long, long. Then there's a space. Then dot, dash, dash. Long, long. Okay, I've lost track of where I am. Okay, that's R. And then short, long, short, short is L. Long, short, short is D.
Perfect.
So that's the end of the,
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, thank you very much. Thanks
no
for
problem.
sharing that with us.
Yeah.
All right.